Alrighty, Saturn, I'm CorporalSaturn here, and today we are back with more Sinking Sapphire. Last time, I fooled you guys with that fake video beginning, and we got our starter Pokemon, and this time, we are going to go meet May, and, yeah, we're gonna have a battle, but before we do so, we should probably grind up our Pokemon to, I should have done this off screen, but probably should have grinded like to level 7 or something. But, so, yeah, that's the thing, the first Pokemon you find on this route, no matter what, even if it's randomized, is always Wurmple. So, yeah. I checked Mudkip has a serious nature, by the way. I don't know what its IVs are. I probably could have checked. But, and the reason I like going over Wurmple is, again, we can't catch any Pokemon. So there's really not a huge reason to go over them. Oh yeah, I also just now realized that I didn't mention a Mudkip's hidden ability. It's nothing to write home about. It's Damp, which blocks moves like Self-Destruct and Explosion. Again, nothing to really write home about. It's not that special. If anything, you got the short end of the stick when it comes to hidden abilities. And Hoppip, that's actually one of the new encounters we can find here. It's, like I said, Drayano made this so you could get all the Pokemon in the Pokedex without having the trade. Even the legendaries, I think, are like that. Oh my god, this Hoppip no synthesis. Actually, that's my first Pokemon ever, my first shiny Pokemon, in X and Y at least, was a shiny Hoppip. I was in study hall one morning and I was EV, and I had just started up my game and I was gonna EV train. And in my first horde, I see a shiny Hoppip. I'm like, oh cool. So I took a picture and I tweeted to Jaywitz, and the rest is history. But this Hoppip is proving to be a little bit annoying. The reason I'm trying to get to this level 7 is because, I think the Torchic, or the Trico that your rival gets, is, I think it's level 6. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get my Mudkip up to level 7. Starly! Ooh, I like Starly. I like Starly. I like Starly. I like Starly! I really do like Starly. I actually have to check on a thing. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to check on I had to check the documentation for a quick thing. Actually, and Starly reminded me of it. And oh, damn, this Starly is hitting hard. Starly, stop that. And I don't have any healing items right now, but it's fine. Okay, alright, Koen is now level 7. And Koen knows once left. That really won't be too much help in the fight against our rival. But I really just leveled up with the stat increase. And oh, I forgot about this. Hi there, I work at the Pokemart. What? I see you're a novice trainer. Am I right? Okay, being super kind-hearted as I am, I'm going to give you useful advice. Okay, that's enough of that. First of all, that's a Pokemon there. Just looking at our blue roof. Yeah, in this game they actually separated the mart and Pokemon Center again. Still a variety of goods, including Pokeballs to catch Pokemon, which is a lie because I don't believe they sell Pokeballs yet. Although Drayano might have changed it. And look at this look at this. And this is the Pokemon Center. Look for a red roof. It's a woman inside. She'll restore your Pokemon's health. That's it. As for me, the supremely kind-hearted clerk. Have a great journey. Hey, fuck the supremely kind-hearted clerk. Fuck him! No, I'm kidding. We do need to heal up, though, because we took some damage from those wild Pokemon that tried to kill us. This guy's talking about the PC. Talking about differences between males and female Pokemon. Pokemon, I just realized that Pokemon is free healthcare. It's pretty dope. Alright. Pokemon grow stronger by battling and leveling up. The stronger your Pokemon become, the farther you'll be able to travel. I guess that's true. Like I said, I'm checking all the houses and stuff because I want to see if there's any dialogue changes. I want to take a rest and see my progress. I'm actually going to see if we can't buy Pokeballs yet. Just telling us how battles work. The clerk says the result. What? I knew he was lying. And if you look now, one of the cool thing is, if you look back there, well, first of all, it's very obvious that it's just a painted on background. But the pond from the beginning of the game is here. So we talked to our rival, May. Let's see, on Route 103, I found this Pokemon, this one, and that one too. Oh, hey Saturn! What's that? My dad gave you a Pokemon as a gift, huh? Well then, why don't we go ahead and have a quick battle? I'll give you a taste of what being a trainer is really like. Hey! 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 I think this battle theme is the same dependent. Oh dear. This is the same either whether or not your rival is a boy or girl. Anyway, our first Pokemon battle. Yeah, we should get a level 8. Damn it. It's fine. We'll just go for tackle. That's gonna hurt. Oh, it only did 6 damage though. So I guess we have some pretty good special defense IVs. Either that or. I don't know how IVs work with trainer Pokemon, so. That's another 6. Oh, but wait. No, but it can fucking heal itself. So ultimately, this thing has the advantage. Let's see how much. How much Water Gun does. I'm curious. Yikes. See, like, because Absorb is Absorb. I have 11 potions. Okay. How the heck did I win the first time I had this battle? How? Alright, I need like a crit or something. Come on. Come on, Koen. Come through. Please. Please. There we go. Alright, don't get a crit. Son of a bitch. I did 8 damage. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, I gotta heal up again. Ah. Why? Did 8 damage again. What the hell? Oh. Overgrow. That's why. Overgrow. Right. Because it's in low, I forgot it. So this one does not have Unburden. Alright, come on. Knock it out! Knock it out! Alright. Come on. I don't want to... Oh, we lived on one and the streak was gonna get the dick. Oh, it's a female. No! Okay, I thought it lived on 1. Thank God. That was a stressful battle. That battle was actually somewhat stressful. Alright, level 8 now, and we beat May. Wow, that's great. Saturn, you're pretty good. We received 240 Pokédollars for winning. That's essentially 1 Pokeball. It was a good battle, thanks. Let me hear about both of our parties real quick. Wow, I think my dad. I think I know why my dad has his eye on you. I mean, you just got that Pokemon and you're already got that strike of a bond. Why'd you prefer any kind of Pokemon you meet? Best to get headed back to the lab. May bring that ass back here. No, but we gotta follow her to the lab. To the lab, to the lab. Everybody's heading back to the lab. Over here. I'll tell you about the little. I never got why that was there. I never got that. Like, completely 100% seriously, never understood that. Oh, Saturn, over here. Hey. Hey. Hey, okay, no. So, I heard you beat May on your first try. That's amazing. He will say that even if it took you 1,100 tries. Does not matter. May's been helping me with my research for a long time, so she has some pretty long history as a trainer already. I think that settles it. I this Pokedex on my research, but I think you should take it. We got a Pokedex, and... Blah, 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 blah. And he's gonna give us, I think, Pokeballs too, right? Oh no, maybe. Yeah, it's Pokeballs. And now, our quest begins, and I'm gonna start going over the encounters on Route 101 and then Route 103. It's gonna be great. Not right now when we get there, obviously. Take that as a bit of advice from me, more experienced trainer like me. I'm going to get my going to get ready and held out little route myself. Boom. Now, you're probably wondering, so we walk and we run. So what's our mom gonna stop us with? Nothing. Oh wait, never mind. That's our mother. Saturn, did you introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, what an adorable Pokemon! You got it from the professor? How nice. You're your father's child, all right. You look good together with a Pokemon. Think you have your very own Pokemon now. Your father will be overjoyed. Don't push yourself too hard. If anything happens, you can always come home. Really? Yeah, but she doesn't give you anything because the developers finally realized why you don't need special shoes to run. Yeah, you've been able to run from the start. So, anyway, we're not quite ready to go off on our own yet. This is for my dad. He said he forgot to give it to you before. Now we have the DexNav, which is my favorite thing about this game. Tell you lots of stuff about the Pokemon living in each kind of area. It's a handy app if you're trying to catch lots of different Pokemon. So she's actually going to give us a tutorial on how to use the DexNav, but I actually have to pull up the documentation for, I actually have to pull up the documentation for Route 101. I got it here. Now, okay, so here's a note from Drayano himself. But yes, there is a problem with the DexNav in that it often won't show Pokemon on the further end of the list. The screen is only able to show a certain number of Pokemon depending on the area. So some of you won't be able to DexNav. It's a real shame, but many Pokemon are given Dream World abilities as second abilities, and good egg moves are found as level ups. So hopefully it won't be a deal breaker. That's a note from Drayano about the DexNav in this game, but the reason I'm not showing it off right away is because May's actually about to show it off. Saturn, over here. See, right there? See that tail sticking out? There's a Pokemon hiding there. Now, that's Poochyena, but not every Pokemon has its unique sprite like that. A few of them do. And if you check your DexNav, it's alright, that Pokemon, those moves are a pretty rare move too. That's right, Pokemon you find through DexNav can not only have their egg moves, and I'll go over the DexNav basically in a second. So how this works is you have to sneak up to it using the circle pad, and like that. So if we tap this and then we tap the search button, oh, we can't do it. Okay, well you're basically sneaking to the Pokemon. And a lot of shiny hunters use this to consistently find the same Pokemon because you can't actually search for the Pokemon. And sometimes, and you can actually build up a chain. The higher your chain, the higher the level the Pokemon is, the more perfect IVs it'll have, and sometimes they'll have egg moves. And just by using the DexNav, your chances of finding a shiny go up a static amount. It doesn't go up with every, the chain doesn't help. Just basically by using the DexNav and having a chain, your chances go up. It's not like a thing where they gradually increase, but. I guess now, I am gonna try and catch this Poochyena because it does know a rare move. I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but if you give me a minute here, I'll catch it, and then okay, we get 10 Pokeballs. Excellent. Bing, 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 bing. So a lot like Emerald, I'm gonna be trying to catch every Pokemon in the Pokedex because I do actually want to shiny hunt in this game when this run is over. So that's interesting. Alright, that's good to know. And you get experience for catching Pokemon. I like the Pokedex better in this game than X and Y. So can I play with Poochyena? Yes, I can. We're not gonna give it a nickname because we're not gonna use it. Alright. That was amazing, Saturn. I've been at this way longer than you, and I have a hard time sneaking up without being noticed. Well, now if we tap Poochyena, we can search for it, and sometimes, well, most of the time, you'll find it. And this is why it's good for shiny hunting. That motherfucker scared it away. Yeah, but anyway, so I'm gonna go let me show you that rare move that May was talking about. So, it had Fire Fang. It has the Fang that's super effective on your rival's starter. They want you to try and use Poochyena, even though I'm not going to. So, Now, I'm going to buy Pokeballs, and we are going to go over all of the encounters on Route 101. It has a bold nature. I wouldn't use that anyway. So let's check. Yeah, this thing has its torrent. So anyway, without further ado, let's go over the encounters. So you have no excuse not to buy Pokeballs. Durano made them super cheap. They are 50 cents. They are 50 Pokedollars a pop. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, yeah, so we already know about Poochyena. So Poochyena is a want-to-be physical sweeper, and now that the physical special split exists, and because it gets access to moves like Poison Fang and Play Rough, it can more effectively do that. It evolves into Mightyena, and it's pretty good, especially with its hidden ability, I think, is Moxie. So if you slap a Choice Scarf on that thing, it's a pretty good sweeper. But it's still not all that great, and as a result, I probably won't be using it. So here we have Hoppip. Now, we ran into Hoppip already, and actually, Hoppip is one of the Pokemon that gets a base stat increase. It sees an increase in its attack and special attack, and that is pretty much consistent right up until it evolves with its special attack. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. Other than that, Hoppip, it's a special tank for the most part. It's not the best special tank. It's a grass flying type, which is pretty unique. I think only like 2 or 3 Pokemon share that type with it. I really wouldn't recommend Hoppip. But I mean, if you're an experienced player or a seasoned player and you want to try something new, I say go for it, because Hoppip does get access to moves, like Giga Drain, Worry Seed, Leech Seed. It gets access to a lot of interesting attacks. So it's an interesting Pokemon. It's not a bad Pokemon, but there are definitely better options. Next up is Zorua. Zorua's base stats don't change. It learns level up moves earlier. Zorua is a great Pokemon. It's a dark type. It has the unique ability of Illusion, which lets it appear as the Pokemon in the back of the team's party. It's an adorable little creature. It's a great special attacker. It's actually a semi-decent physical attackers. It gets access to great moves like Flamethrower, Nasty Plot, Extra Sensory. It gets great physical moves like Sucker Punch. It's all around a good Pokemon, and I would very much recommend this for your team. Of course, if you're playing Sinking Sapphire, but again, I'm not actually going to be using Zorua on my team. I almost did, however, but not quite. Zorua ultimately evolves into Zoroark, which is just a better version of Zorua, and yeah, it's Gen 5's pseudo-legendary, and it's right up there with Lucario. Caterpie. Here we go. Now, Caterpie itself it only learns one new move. It learns Electro Web, and then it evolves into Metapod, and it's nothing special. However, when it evolves into Butterfree is a Pokemon that is affected by stat increases. Butterfree's special attack goes up from base 90 to base 116, and its base speed goes from base 70 to base 81. That makes it a lot more usable than it ever has been. It gets access to great moves like Air Slash, Psychic, Energy Ball, Quiver Dance is there. And you know what? If you've ever wanted to use a Butterfree, but its stats have been what made you not want to, this would be a perfect time to use it. Butterfree is a bug flying type, and it's an early game bug flying type, but with those improved stats, it's hard not to recommend. So if you want to, give it a shot. Alright, next up was Pidgey. Pidgey didn't get its stats changed, and it's pretty meh. Pidgey evolves into Pidgeotto, and then Pidgeot. Pidgeot does have a Mega, and Mega Pidgeot is awkwardly enough a special attacker. The reason I say awkwardly is because it kind of fucks up how Pidgeot functions. As Pidgeot's a wannabe physical attacker, you really have to put a choice band on it. It learns okay moves like Brave Bird, Double Edge for the physical side of things. It learns Hurricane. But ultimately, Pidgey is really not the most useful Pokemon. There are a lot better flying types that you can have available to you. That being said, it's an old classic. I tried using one in Soul Silver, and it hasn't failed me. I mean, it has failed me, but, Yes! Starly! I love Starly! Love Starly. Starly is the first normal flying type, early game flying type of any generation that's actually any good. Like, Starly is amazing. Like, it gets access to great moves like Close Combat, or it's Brave Bird by level up. It's got an immensely high attack stat when it becomes Star Raptor. It's a great Pokemon, and it's also gonna be our next team member. But I'm not gonna use this one right here. I'm actually gonna do something a little bit interesting for this. So you guys recall how I said you could use the DexNav to encounter the Pokemon you want at higher levels and with better moves and better IVs. Overall, and its hidden ability. Well, that's what we're going to do with most of our team members. We're going to use the DexNav to find better versions of the Pokemon we want to get. Alright, so now we've searched for Starly a grand total of 5 times. So that means that this one, when we encounter it, has this level spike. And that star means it has... So it knows Detect, it's level 13, which is actually stronger than my Mudkip. So I'm probably going to try and catch and use this one. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of hoping that when I do these DexNav chains, I'll get a shiny so I can rehack. But, ooh, there's an UPS truck outside my house. Hopefully I don't kill this one. Alright, if you guys want to suggest a nickname for Starly, you can go and leave it in the comments. I don't have a nickname planned for it right now. So if you guys have one, feel free to go ahead and suggest it. But we are going to be using this Starly. I don't have a nickname for it in mind right now, like I said. Nickname can be anything, just so long as it's not inappropriate. Or too inappropriate, I should say. Hey, Zigzagoon! You already know what Zigzagoon is. It's a normal type. Zigzagoon actually is a Pokemon that gets a slight stat buff. By the time it's a Line Noon, its base attack is 90, its base speed is 105, and its defenses each take a 1 drop. They go from 61 to 60. Its special attack decreases, and its HP increases. So it's a little bit of a better Pokemon in this game, which is actually really nice because Zigzagoon, like a lot of normal types, has access to some really interesting attacks like Extreme Speed, Gunk Shot, Belly Drum, Seed Bomb. This is probably one of the few instances where I'll say, try out Linoon. But, we won't be. You guys already know what Zigzagoon's real purpose in life is. And that's to be an HM slave. So but unfortunately, because of this very kind of dumb in-game censor, I can't name it HM slave. I have to name it HM Slav. Now, Wurmple. Let's talk about Wurmple. Wurmple, evolves at random into one of 2 Pokemon, and those Pokemon, as final forms, are part of stat increases. My personal favorite of the 2, Dustox, has an increase in its special attack, going from base 50 to base 87. Its special defense increases to base 103, its speed increases to base 71. Beautifly has its special attack increased from 100 to 114 and 65 to 97. Both of them learning some pretty interesting attacks, and again, a Pokemon that once sucked has been given an opportunity to shine. I'm still not going to recommend it because it's not a great Pokemon. You can't control what it evolves into. It is completely 100% random. It is not something you can control. Don't tell me otherwise because I know for a fact that I am correct. Anyway, we got 2 more Pokemon we got to go over on this route. Yay! Alright, so the next Pokemon is Weedle. The reason I said yay is because I've been at this for quite a while. So Weedle, a lot like Butterfree, or Caterpie, Weedle in its evolved form, Kakuna, don't have the greatest, are not great Pokemon. When it becomes Beedrill, it is subject to a very welcome stat change. Its attack goes up to base 116, its speed goes up to base 95, which makes it usable in its base form. It does have a Mega, and the Mega is amazing, do not get me wrong, but just the fact that, Beedrill becomes usable in its base form in this game is amazing. You can actually find, and on the subject of Beedrill, Butterfree, Beedrill, and Zoroark are Pokemon you can find in the DexNav exclusively, which basically means you'll have to hop around or run around until it shows up on its own in the grass. And there's another Pokemon you can find called Fennekin. You guys should know what Fennekin is, and that's through Horde encounters. Hordes are basically through the use of move Sweet Scent or Honey or however, basically, and you battle 5 Pokemon at once, and that's how you fight Fennekin here. And you can basically find starters in hordes. So, yeah. Anyway. Well, the last Pokemon, which I can't seem to find for whatever reason, is called Lillipup. Lillipup is basically a better version of Poochyena. It's still not the greatest Pokemon in the world, but it gets great. It gets the weird ability of Sand. It's either Sand Rush or Sand Force, which doubles its attack or speed stat in the sand. This makes it weird. It's a weird Pokemon. It gets access to a lot of interesting attacks. I used one on a Sandstorm team. Alright, back in Oldale Town. That's all the encounters for Route 101. That took a long time. We can go into Route 102, but guess what? It's encounter time again! For Route 103. Oh boy. Yeah, no, we're not done yet. We gotta do Route 103. Which is, that's gonna be fun. But we gotta do it, so let's do it, I guess. Alright, so the first Pokemon we can find is one of the few Pokemon we can find is Bellsprout. I like Bellsprout a lot. It's very slow, but it gets the ability Chlorophyll, which in the sun boosts its speed. It has great mixed attacking stats, and it has a Grass Poison type. And it has a pretty interesting move pool, getting access to, you know, Sludge Bomb, Power Whip, Knockoff. You know, well, I mean, I know, actually, that being said, its move pool isn't the greatest. And Bellsprout is actually another Pokemon I want to use on the team. The next Pokemon is Fletchling. Fletchling is a flying Pokemon, Generation 6. It's pretty good. It's hidden. I would try, if you're gonna catch it, I would try to, you know, I would get it and then DexNav until you get its ability Gale Wings, which makes it so that all fire type moves have priority. Its speed stat is really high, its attack stat is pretty high, it gets access to Flare Blitz and Brave Bird. It doesn't have the greatest move pool in the world, but it's still a pretty good Pokemon. It ultimately becomes a fire flying type. But I'd still recommend Starly over Fletchling. Alright, Wingull. Wingull is garbage. That's it. Shellos. Shellos is a water type right now, and it becomes a water ground type when it evolves into Gastrodon, gets the very good ability of Storm Drain. Shellos does not receive a stat buff, it looks like. So, it's pretty good. It's got nice special attack, nice special defense. Learned some great moves, like Earthquake and Earth Power. It's got Surf. You can't really go wrong with Shellos. If you didn't pick Swampert, or if you didn't pick Mudkip, I'd actually kind of recommend it. Hey, P-Dove, or as it might as well be called, Poo-Dove. Poo-Dove is the worst flying type beginning of the game Pokemon, I think, to come out of a region ever. It's a pigeon. Pidgey was a pigeon. No, Poo-Dove is an actual pigeon. It's a rat with wings. It's an awful Pokemon. It has the stats to be a physical attacker, but its learn set is almost entirely special. You might be like, it's got to get some good flying moves, and like, you're right, you can teach it fly, you can teach it return. It doesn't learn close combat like Starly did, and it can learn Brave Bird through breeding. Yep. It's crap. It is crap. Hey, Bunnelby though? Now, in all seriousness, Bunnelby is your Area 1 normal type. It has Pickup as its ability, or, if you're willing to search for it, its hidden ability is Huge Power, and it evolves into Diggersby, which is a normal ground type. Diggersby is a monster. You give that thing a Choice Scarf, give it an Adamant Nature, give it Return and Earthquake. Diggersby is actually a monster. There's a reason there was an entire meme around it. Diggersby though, right, next is Purloin. Again, it's another Pokemon from Gen 5 that is, it's disappointing, is what it is. It doesn't get any stat increases. It's got a pretty shit move pool, and it's just all around not good. Right, for the interest of time, the last two Pokemon which I am having trouble finding are Spearow and Hoothoot. Hoothoot is very fortunate in that it got its base stats increased so that it can actually be usable. Its special attack and special offense were increased. It gets access to an interesting attacks, but I wouldn't recommend it. Only because I don't know. Like, actually, you know what? No, I will recommend it. Looking at its moves again, it's actually not that bad of a Pokemon. Now, Hoothoot's proving to be fairly hard to find for me. It might not be hard to find for you. Yeah. And then the last one, Spearow. The last one, Spearow does not, and Fearow don't have their stats increased. It's faster than Pidgey. It hits harder than Pidgey. It's the counterpart to Pidgey. Its moveset is pretty interesting, getting access to cool attacks like Drill Run and Assurance. But, you know, and actually I'm using one of my Pokemon Red run through. So I'd recommend it, actually. Anyway, once I get them, I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, I did manage to catch Spearow and Hoot Hoot, and I think because I'm running out of energy and we're at a pretty good stopping point, we messed with the DexNav, we got our team members. You guys can suggest nicknames for them in the comments. Please only suggest nicknames for Starly and Bellsprout. Yeah, but that's going to end today's mission. Your next mission, should you choose to accept it, just leave a like and a comment on this video. Be sure to answer the question of the day. And with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. Peace.